Hey you guys, today we are going to make cookie dough and I hope you'll bear with me. I'm going without the tripod today because there will be a lot of moving around. So let me show you how I make cookie dough for decorating cookies. First I have 2 teaspoons of baking powder mixed up with 3 cups of flour, and then I have 1 egg with I'm using today 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract and a half teaspoon of almond extract. You can use anywhere from 1 to 2 teaspoons of extract. Peppermint vanilla is fun. All vanilla bean paste, 2 teaspoons of vanilla bean paste makes for a really pretty cookie. But this vanilla almond is just my everyday cookie for decorating. And then over here, I have a cup of sugar. Now I use cold butter. So I'm going to go get that right now and I'll be right back. Okay, I've just added 2 sticks of salted butter. I know that is a big baking no-no, but that's what I use. Cold salted butter, just chunked up. And now we're going to cream it together with our sugar. And this is my handy dandy KitchenAid mixer. I don't know how many thousands of cookies this mixer has made, but I could not live without it. If you don't have one, you might want to invest in one or ask someone you love to invest in one for you. Okay, I'm going to cream this stuff really good. Oops, just lost a chunk of butter. I'm going to grab that. I'll see you in a minute. You can go ahead and start on low like I've done and then crank it up to about medium once it gets going and just really get that butter and sugar incorporated. It's been a couple of minutes and it's looking really good. It's nice and fluffy and creamy. So now we'll add our egg and the extracts. I just run my mixer on low and add in the egg and the extracts. And mix it up. You'll probably want to scrape down your bowl and your paddle attachment while you're doing this. Once the egg and the extracts are all incorporated, go ahead and add in your flour mixture a little at a time. I like to add this in 3 additions. Here we go. One word of warning, mix it on low or else you and your kitchen will be covered in flour. Between additions, I like to go ahead and scrape down my paddle attachment and also scrape up the bottom of the bowl. You can see just some dry dough down there, so just do that in between your additions. Here we are after 3 additions. It's all been mixed in, and you can see it's a really nice thick dough. This is really perfect for decorating cookies because it's not too fragile. You can pick up the cookies and move them as you're working with them, and they stand up really well for packaging. So let me show you how I roll them out. Here we are over at our little work area, and I have a sheet of wax paper on my countertop to keep the cookie dough from sticking. I also have a marble board that I love to use, but wax paper is what I used before I got that board. Now your dough is really thick and you might notice some little bits of flour that are just not quite incorporated in the bottom. That's okay, you're going to need that in. I also keep a little plate of flour in case I need some extra and to dip my cookie cutters in. And then I have my rolling pin, which I'm going to roll in flour. Alright, I might scare some of you if you are afraid of using flour. I use a lot of flour. I have made thousands and thousands of cookies this way, and I think they taste great, and I don't think they taste overfloured. So, generously flour your surface. Grab a big old hunk of dough and knead it together. And just really work it. It's okay, some of those pieces fell down. I'm just going to grab them, kind of like working with Play-Doh. Okay, now, make sure your surface is coated. This is what I do. I take my ball of dough and I kind of press it down in that flour. That way both sides are coated. I have my rolling pin that I've coated in flour and just roll. I don't use guides. I kind of just eyeball it, but of course you are welcome to, and Cheryl from Tidy Mom did a really great video on using guides, and also her rolling technique is a lot neater than mine is, and I need to try it sometime. But that's what I do. Now I just dip my cookie cutter in flour and cut out those shapes. Because your surface is floured and you're using wax paper, the shapes are going to lift right off the paper and they won't stretch or tear on you. If they do start to stretch and tear, knead it all together again and try it again. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Happy cookie decorating. Bye-bye.